If you clicked on this video, you probably have seen this big trend online of this nihilist penguin, of what they call it, where this, long story short, a penguin is just running toward these mountains. The moment literally just starts in wilderness. Basically in the scene, this penguin breaks from its colony, separates itself, takes one look back, and then just moves forward and runs to the mountains without any plan at all. He just runs to it. And it's really had the internet thinking. People use it as memes. I think this is one of the most life-changing things if you really understand it. I know no better life purpose than to perish attempting the great and the impossible. If you can think about it, that's the whole meaning behind the penguin. The thing is, the penguin isn't meant to be looked at literally. The penguin can't think. It's conscious, but it can't really think for itself. It might just be running there, who knows why. But the whole symbol of the story is that in life's absurdity, right? If you look into absurdism, I'm not going to give you all a whole philosophical breakdown on absurdism and all these deep concepts. If you look at life, we're put on this earth, we've been given no meaning at all inherently, unless you read a religion, but there's nothing inscribed in reality itself that says this is your meaning. I have an existentialist view where you kind of make your own purpose and forge your own reality. But what this is trying to tell us is that because life is so absurd, other than to live in comfort and to live average, live a normal life, playing it safe, not seeing out your full potential, just playing it safe, following herd mentality. Friedrich Nietzsche argues that if you do this, you'll never know your full potential and actually live a valuable life. Now, this is honestly up to you. If you believe that you'll live a sustainable life, choosing comfort and just living a safe, peaceful life, maybe that's your choice. Monks go to the mountains and they meditate. I also agree with that aspect, but most people think peaceful lives are comfort, sitting down, being dependent on something, whether it is technology, scrolling on the internet, whether it is drugs, alcohol, right? There's so much of this stuff out there in today's society. There's another famous quote, if y'all don't know the story of Icarus, flew too close to the sun. He was given wings by his father, I think. And there's a quote or a poem that says, Icarus laughed as he fell, for he knew to fall means to once have soared. It's a very deep quote, symbolizing the fact that, wow, he did fall and he probably is going to die. But the fact that he's falling meant that he once soared. He achieved what he wanted to out of this life. I think it's a scary mentality, but I think in our lives, most of the time we live in such a safe society that our lives aren't going to be on the line. I think we need to start taking more risks, regardless of failure, right? Regardless of outcome. Hinduism is a famous quote from the Bhagavad Gita that says, act without the want or the need for the fruits of your labor. That's why the journey, right, is most important, is the real present. The journey is the real goal instead of the actual outcome. All you can get from this penguin just running to the mountains is that in the absurdity, in the craziness of life, you only live once, right? You are going to pass one day. Why not take advantage of the moment? Why not seize the moment, right? Carpe diem, I don't know how you say it. Another famous philosophical quote. But if you combine all these concepts together, it just tells you an idea that if we are going to perish one day, if our time is limited, we get to perish one day. It makes our life so precious. Why don't we live it to its fullest? Right? And by definition, a lot of people, that changes amongst people. But this story for the penguin, a lot of people are relating to the fact that, wow, if I only live once, why don't I just go all in? Why don't I just see my full potential through? That's kind of the mentality. I think the whole point of this story is, what are you going to do after this, right? Are you just going to sit idly and watch your life go by as seconds pass? Or are you going to take action? Right? This isn't really motivation, it's more of a call to action. Right? I try to live every moment grateful just for being here. And most importantly, in the present as much as possible, which is why you have to meditate, control your mind. Another famous quote to end off, right? And those who were seen dancing were thought to be insane by those who could not hear the music. Friedrich Nietzsche, again, another really deep quote talking about if you can actually understand the deeper underlying patterns of reality. What appears to be irrationality or madness to one person is simply a different, unseen, or unheard perspective experienced by another. So I think you can take this video and just try to hear the music, try to live in the moment. I'm not saying to stop thinking entirely before the moment, think before the action. Live in the moment, and it's up to you. If you really want to go to the mountains, if you want to go achieve the mountains, you can sit back and be like, wow, I achieved my goal. You can laugh as you fall. In my personal opinion, I think balance between both mentalities. Living a peaceful life while taking the risks necessary, right? I'm in a point, I'm young. I want to take as much risk and fail as much as possible now. And in the future of my life, I want to live in peace. I think it's just different stages, right? Live in peace, achieve clarity of mind. If you agree with the idea that you would perish or you would risk a lot to achieve the great and the impossible, that is what this story is trying to tell. So, hope you took something from this. This is our community PDT, very different video. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great day. PDT forever, PDT for life. Discord in the description, Patreon. Most importantly, just join the Discord. If y'all want to have more conversations like this, have a good day. Let me know if y'all want more.